Good night, everyone. I think we are live. Live now on YouTube. I'm gonna put the little introduction here. Yay! Now we're here directly from Ireland. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming over to our live video today, celebrating the launching yesterday as well of the Music in the Forest podcast. We are doing this series to promote and to spread the word about the Music in the Forest Hybrid Festival, and we are very happy to share this journey with you. We are going to stream a lot of artists and virtual and real stage here from the Birdland Music Studio here in the Midlands of Ireland. And we decided to do this festival. The first idea I had was when I went to these big festivals, and I didn't realize actually the amount of rubbish created. I was doing a festival management course, and I did like an experience kind of opportunity. So I went to these big festivals, and I saw all the things left behind, and I was shocked. And that thing was in my mind for a few years. This was in 2019, and then during the pandemic, I did 2 online shows, and this how this idea evolved. So why not call more people to do it? And also, this will be a low impact event, and that was the main idea behind the idea of the festival, is that this concept of not creating more rubbish, and do something really substantial to act this problem that is our responsibility. So yeah, so I'm very happy to put this project is a project, a pilot project. So all the people involved are still learning, trying to learn with this new experience. So yeah, so today I have a very, very, very nice friend coming. He's a talented musician. He's a composer. He's a arranger. So I'm gonna call tonight Djâmen. No.
Hey,
Hello,
hello.
Djâmen.
Thanks for inviting me.
Hi, good night. How are
Hi.
you? Djâmen
I'm
directly
very good.
from
From Lisbon, Portugal.
Lisbon, Portugal.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm very happy to have you here tonight because I met Djâmen in 2014, 15, around that time. And since then, we are friends. We have beautiful friendship. We
Yeah.
exchange a lot of things in music. I learn a lot from Djâmen.
True.
And
And
I'm
me
very
as
happy
well.
to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you, Bianca.
Thanks
Thank
to
you
be
for
and
inviting
yeah.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Um,
also supported me a lot back then. It was very nice. Thank you. I'm always grateful.
oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
We all help each other, and this is something also with the festival. I think like to have you here as an artist, and all these other artists. We all have a story together, and we all have the same ideas about to protect, to preserve our places, our
Mm.
home here. And I'm very happy to have you here in the festival. And I always I was thinking like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna try this new experience, we're gonna try. And that's how it is. Like
Mm-hmm.
once you said
Mm-hmm.
everything in life happen if you have a risk, and you risk it,
Mm-hmm.
like you don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen, and
Mm-hmm.
but with a good intention, and I think it's important
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
So tell me, tell us. Well, I know, but like the people out there watching the podcast, tell us a bit about your story, your
Mm-hmm.
music, how everything started, how um, everything came to your life.
Well, um, well, hello everyone. So, um, my relation with music started uh, because my parents are musician. So, my mother plays classical piano, and my father plays popular piano, as you can say. So he started a kind of started was one of the pioneers of this style called samba rock, né? And this style lately began worldwide, known as from a guy called George Benjor.
Mm-hmm.
So that was basically my first contact with music, with these pioneers of this kind of style. So there's a lot of influences from samba and rock. If I can show you something like just
Yeah,
a
please
riff,
do.
it's
Yeah.
like in samba we have the riff like this, eh? And then in rock we have more like, and then the mix of this is something we have many variations, but it's something like, and then it starts, whoa, 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 ay, ay, yo, oba, oba, oba. Something like this. So
Oh, very
that
cool.
was my first contact with music. And well, I started studying more and more and more and more, and got interested with jazz and composition as well. So I developed my skills towards this side, like different of my parents. But one thing I got is this background, like we are all rooted in the same,
Yeah, very nice.
that's
And
kind
your
of.
compositions, like you start to compose more like instrumental or
Yeah,
lyrics, or how it was that?
yeah. I recorded a demo album, and when I was a 16, I
Very
think.
young,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I tried to write the chart for everyone, like trombone, trumpet,
Mm-hmm.
sax, like just as in a lab, like for
Mm-hmm.
myself, like just to see how it sounds. And then I released these songs. I just kept this in my pocket for a while, and I uploaded some of them on Spotify. You can
Oh,
check
yes.
this out, like,
Yes, yes.
um yeah. And then this was only instrumental music with no improvisations, just the texture of this instrumental Brazilian music. And
Mm-hmm.
then now lately I like starting to sing as well, and have a great partnership with a great also composer, which
Mm-hmm.
happens to be my girlfriend Madalena.
Madá. Oi, Madá.
And we are composing a few tunes together, and yeah, I will release very soon some of them.
Yes. Oh, very good, very good. And all this, your work, also the main theme of the songs are more about your ancestrality as well,
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
things in your life and
Mm-hmm.
the world, and how is it for you to express
Mm-hmm.
this in your songs? How,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of protest or
Yeah, I try
different?
to. Yeah, I try to play and say. I don't write lyrics, but I try to say with music, and mm, I have Madalena, for example. She helps me to
Mm-hmm.
find this way as well. But try to say things that affect me the daily. Like for
Yeah.
example, racism and sexism and all this kind of oppressions that I feel every day, and that's one of the things like I try to talk when I play music,
Mm-hmm.
and becomes very natural to me because I'm dealing with this every day. Also, I'm very interested in this kind of topics, so that's one of the most of the things I talk about.
That's amazing. And could you show one song to us? Would you like
Yeah,
to
but
show? Or...
yeah, unfortunately, I still don't have a song in English, but
Don't worry about it.
yeah, but we're working on it, and I would I will play now. The song is called Home. In
Okay.
Portuguese means casa.
Okay.
I will not try to translate this, but not even the essence I can get it. But I was passing through a very bad time when I lost a very dear, very close person, and Madalena wrote this poetry, and I made music with it, and
Ah,
yeah, so the feeling you get it, well, I still have space
yes.
even though I'm in a deep pain. um, I still have space. My home is very small, but there's place to be. There's place to live, I think. Sorry.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Casa pequena, mas tem lugar para todos infinitos estados de ser. Aqui lidamos com vida, mesmo quando a morte vem. A saudade cresce, mas nós também. Disse casa pequena, mas tem lugar. something like this.
Oh.
That's home,
Well
casa.
done. Beautiful, beautiful. I think it's this feeling like it's it's like a healing feeling, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
when you when you put out there in the music, especially in a moment that you're passing through.
Mm-hmm.
This is so beautiful. It's you can
Oh,
feel it like in the song,
thank
that you're saying, all these things, and it's very deep.
thank
Um,
you.
yeah, so
Thank you.
really nice. And
Thank you.
are you gonna perform that in the festival too, or are you
Yes, sure.
thinking? Yeah. Oh,
Sure,
cool,
sure.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, awesome.
that's one of my favorite tunes now for the moment.
Yeah. Oh, nice,
So,
very
yeah.
nice. Oh, and um, tell me more. Then after you study and there in Brazil, you went to
Mhm.
college, music college,
Mhm.
and then what happened? You just moved to Ireland. You were
Mm.
looking to live here, or it was just
Yeah.
the destiny, or how was it?
Okay. So I live in Porto Alegre. I used to live in Porto Alegre. I'm from Porto Alegre, which is very comparison to São Paulo, for example, is a small, but not geographically, is a small mentality city. So when we talk about culture,
Mm-hmm.
so we have like uh, not many opportunities, even for, like, for example, we have niches,
Niches, yeah, niches.
niches, for example, f- uh, especially like me as a black person. um, there was some niches that I would never get there.
Mm-hmm.
And also opportunities. It's very hard. Actually, I was in Porto Alegre in November last year, December, November,
Mm-hmm.
December, and I asked few of my friends how it was there, and it was still hard for them, you
Yeah.
know, not to the projection, like for the musicians, the scene was not
Very hard
too
to,
good. Yeah,
yeah.
very hard to succeed in a
Mm-hmm.
in a, in a good way. You will always struggling. Then I tried to move to Sao Paulo for
More
to try,
opportunities and
yeah,
things
to
like
get
that.
more opportunities, and it was very intense.
Was it?
Because yeah,
Why?
because I was trying to find something big, and São Paulo is bigger than big. is
Yeah.
you know
Oh, you
yeah,
didn't expect it was going to
yeah,
be so.
is insane. So I couldn't even find people to get together, to work with, to get known in the scene.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
to make some networks and this kind of stuff, it was very hard. So I was spending a lot of money, and since I was a little kid, my mother always said, "Oh, you have to travel the world, and play for everybody and learn
Yeah.
from everybody." And I said, "Well,
She was
so
right.
if I'm spending a lot of money here, I will try to use this money in another way." And then
Yeah.
I looked for a few agencies, and they said one of the easiest way to go to come to Europe is through Ireland,
Ireland.
studying English as well. Back then,
Yeah.
I didn't
Same
speak.
as myself. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then yeah, we met.
yeah.
Like before I land in Ireland,
Yes,
a
yes.
dear
Some
friend
friends
of
of ours,
yeah,
yeah, sent a message.
and I remember the first day we called each other. I was still in a hostel, and we talked
Yes,
for more than
you
an
got an
hour.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it. I started working,
Yeah.
and yeah,
and
we
and
played and
and it was
recorded and
good
all.
because I could talk to you and all the things Djâmen, I passed through this. Don't worry, it's gonna be all right. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
I could
Because
know that all of us that arrive in other country
yeah,
as an immigrant, it's a
yeah,
very difficult start.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
and
Actually,
how was
that's
the start for
yeah.
you? How was
Yeah,
it?
I think, but for most of the foreigners, when you come to another country, is very hard because of many things. It's not your place. It's not your friends. You
The
don't know
culture.
nothing. It's not even the nature is not the same. So
Yeah.
is you will struggle anyways.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's one thing I want to talk in the music as well. Well,
Yeah.
like how is to be a foreigner.
Yes.
There's one
Yeah.
thing I'm like
And
brainstorming in my mind. And
yes,
so
yes. To me, resonates a
um
lot. This too, and
mm-hmm.
resonates the fact I'm a woman, and
Oh yeah.
in another country as an immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like back looking back now, I wouldn't do things that I did, like going home alone, at night after gigs, so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. I wouldn't do it again
Mm-hmm.
today.
Mm-hmm.
And also the space to get into the scene was very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the Brazilian scene that we had,
Mm-hmm.
but the Irish scene.
Mm-hmm.
And today I see, we were talking the other day, I see there is an open up, for many reasons, I think, for many reasons, because the community here is growing so much of
Mm-hmm.
immigrants, and because there is so many people that are very succeeding here,
Mm-hmm.
after years of struggling,
Mm-hmm.
and this is very recognized, I think,
Mm.
everywhere. And
Okay.
yeah, so, and what do you think now? We are now. If I told you back then when we met
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that I'm gonna do an online festival and a low impact event, and would you like to go? You think, Bianca, this doesn't exist, and was something that didn't exist at all,
Yeah.
and the online thing and everything that is coming now, new type of
Mm-hmm.
expressions and
Mm-hmm.
behaviors
Mm-hmm.
after the pandemic. What do you think? Would you believe
Well,
if I tell you?
I wouldn't believe. And there's one thing that explains that is because um, we are we are growing in a way very fast.
Hmm.
Talking about technology, and I don't think in 2014 we had the same equipment and the same
No, definitely not.
dependence on this kind of
Devices, yeah.
devices. Like in 2014, I was my mentality was, all right, I will sell albums, and that this will be my main income. So I will
Hmm.
record an album, and I think it was Spotify and all this kind of stuff. There wasn't this kind
No,
of things in
no,
platforms.
yeah.
So it's very
Was
different.
not like
So
that, like
yeah,
like this.
and we are growing very fast, and we have to. For me, it's very hard to keep up with this new
For
incomes.
everyone, yeah.
And but you are doing very well because this idea is amazing. Even
Thank you.
I think it was supposed to be one of the for the culture and the environment, like to keep be alive. It was it had to be one of the first movements people should be doing,
Hmm.
because talking about these environmental things, I never thought uh, how much rubbish there was involved in this kind of festivals.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you try to pollute the
Hmm.
environment uh, with almost zero, as you're trying to do, is
Hmm.
is is
Hmm.
amazing.
To Yeah, I'm trying, like, it's just like something like I it's when you go to a place like that and you see all the rubbish created and you think, would I play in a place? Would I play
Mm.
music in a
Yeah.
place and I would go sleep at night thinking
Mm-hmm.
that all the things we did together, it's generating a lot of
Mm-hmm.
tons of damage. And
Mm-hmm.
this really is something that resonates more and more and more, and something that's okay, let's try to do something about it, let's
Mm-hmm.
try something new.
Mm-hmm.
That at the same time we are bringing people together, we are movimenting this wheel, we are doing
Mm-hmm.
things, we are movimenting our medias. It's
And
it's
yeah.
it's in every sector of our lives. I think this would be the ideal life, to have, and to have
Yeah.
peace in your heart, like.
Yeah. And also uniting people from different countries, from many places. This is and sharing the same idea as well.
Yeah,
This is very
together.
nice.
It's very
Yeah.
powerful, isn't it?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
I think when we do something together like this and we have the same, kind of focusing and putting that energy there,
Mm.
um, I think things start to happen,
Mm-hmm.
in a really real way, like, because sometimes we ask ourselves, what can we do to reduce our footprint, in the planet? What can we do? And we kind of get lost. Okay, but I'm recycling, but at the end of the day, the recycling go to a landfill, and you don't know
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
what you're doing and if
Mm-hmm.
this is working. So I know this festival is a substantial actual action to make it work. This, you know, we are not polluting. We are not. Of course, there is a spend of energy, of course, but this is very small comparison with
Mm-hmm.
big festivals in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a way I think that
Mm-hmm.
it's an alternative. I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you feel about being in another country now and living there, making your songs and the scene, the
Mm-hmm.
musical
Mm-hmm.
scene? How is for you there
Yeah.
in
I
Lisbon?
I don't I almost don't feel Portugal is another country anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
I'm well settled here,
Hmm.
and I I embraced Madalena's family as mine as well. So
Yeah.
um, um, I'm feeling like all right. I'm here. That's where I'm supposed to be and do my stuff, my life.
Hmm.
I don't think in some most of the situations I'm a foreigner. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That's lovely.
because
Yeah.
Portugal and Brazil we have a very
We can
long
understand.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the language as
And
well.
the language we speak
Yeah.
Portuguese as well. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I think maybe I could play some of my
yes,
songs, just
please,
a tiny bit,
please show
just
us.
to show life. There is a music we are producing. Really, you record the guitar already for this song, and we have all the stems going and still going. But I think we're gonna finish and launch very soon. So
Yeah.
yay! I'm gonna sing in a low key, just.
I can get out of here.
Good. Great. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Uh-huh. And I do this. Okay. Can you hear okay? So this song I made during the pandemic, and it's a song that calls Life, and it's about this entity that is in all of us, that is born from the chaos and survive and thrive to all the challenges. And it's also a very genuine feeling. that I had, questions that I had about where the feelings are born, and maybe this entity will show us, how everything works in the universe, and yeah, this is life. Created by the storm, she survived. At every fall, she finds the strength to rise. Mm. So many changes, I stepping stone, learning to be, watching the leaves. That is my mind. No matter how far the stars can seem, there is light when she passes by. In the end, we all must go back in time to the place where it all began. In the end, we all must go back in time to the place where it all began. I said life, life, life. Created by the storm, she survived on every ancient road along the way. She's like a blank painting on the wall, learning to feel, asking the universe how feelings are born. No matter how far the stars can seem, there is light when she passes by. In the end, we all must go back in time to the place where it all began. In the end, we all must go back in time to the place where it all began. I said life, created by the storm, she survived. Hey.
Whoa, yeah. In the end, we all must go back in time to the place where it all began. In the end, we all must go back in
Go
time
back
to
in
the
time.
place where it all began. Created by the storm, she survived. Woo! Very beautiful.
Yeah. Wow, cool. Awesome.
Oh, thank you for your music.
Thank you, Djâmen. Thank you for your music. Oh my God. I can't wait now. So, yeah, guys, the festival is on the 2nd of April. I'm very excited to have the Djâmen and everybody, all the friends. And yes, please follow our channels. It's all on the here on the description of the video. and subscribe to our channels. Support us whatever you can. The tickets for the festival also is here on the description. And yes, so I hope you can go and support the festival and help us to build a new way of doing things in music. And thank you, Djâmen, for being here.
Thank you, Bianca, for inviting me. And yes, I can't wait, to become
Gonna
part of
be
this and make it happen.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Thanks. Okay, guys, have a good night. Say hello to Mada and everybody there. And I sing the music.
See you in
Bye.
the music. Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah, that was Djâmen, our conversation for tonight. Thank you, everyone that participate here tonight. Um, and we will meet soon. In a few days' time, we have our other podcast. And please follow our channels and listen to our songs. You can listen to the Djâmen song on Spotify. You just type it in Djâmen and you find him and all the channels, the Djâmen's channels here in the description of the video. So yes, I sing the music and have a good night. Make music, not war. Yeah.